Hello, everyone. We are welcome to the demo session for Twitter scraping and visualizing this data, doing some sentiment analysis. So this is the demo session for the third and fourth training classes. We decided to combine into just one video so you can follow through the process seamlessly. So I'm going to a quick demo now. I'll share my screen to show you the steps that we will be going through in the demo. So we have three types of scraping of data from Twitter. You could want to scrape your data, your personal messages from Twitter. You could also want to scrape general tweet messages by their hashtags. And then you could also want to scrape summary messages of brands that you know from Twitter. So those are the three different ways we want to scrape Twitter data. And I'm going to explain them quickly in this video. And as well show you steps on how to do it. Okay, so for you to do a personal message scraping from Twitter, you just need to follow these steps. These steps are as well written in Twitter help page. The link is in, I'm going to show you the link to getting that, right? Okay, so you can find the link to saving your own Twitter messages in this Twitter search tricks, right? So, sorry, you are going to find the link for saving your own Twitter pages in this Twitter link. So you could just pause the video and copy the link, Twitter help, or you could just log on to Twitter and go to their help page and copy this and follow the steps to saving your own Twitter archive, right? So the next type of scraping we'll do is to scrape general tweet messages of various hashtags from Twitter. This is a common way of interacting with Twitter data because that way you can know what people are saying about a particular topic or a particular subject. So to do that, we'll be using the plugin from Google known as the Tweet Archiver. So to get on, to do that, we're going to open a blank Google Sheet, right? So to open a blank Google Sheet, log on to your web page. You're just going to log on to Google web page and then open Google Sheets, right? So once you open a blank Google Sheet, click on the add-on menu, then click on Get Add-ons. Upon doing that, it will pop up a dialog box for you like this. So type in the Tweet Archiver and install that add-in. So type Tweet Archiver and then click install. So after installation, you're going to have this add-on showing, you are going to have Tweet Archiver showing in your add-on menu. So in the add-on menu, click Tweet Archiver and then click Create Rule. Upon clicking Create Rule, you are going to have this your Google Sheet having this display. So here you can put in different kind of hashtags you'd like to get their subjects on. In this case, we are looking for maybe messages on people are tweeting on malaria or Malala, sorry. Or you could just put a common subject area that people are talking about. It could be BB Niger, or it could be COVID, or it could be vaccine, but ensure that you're looking at one concept. So if you're looking on messages that has to do with COVID, then you put in various hashtags that relates to COVID, like COVID vaccine, and various hashtags that relate to a particular subject. So once you do that, you click Start Tracking. So upon clicking Start Tracking, you're going to see some background processing going on within your Google Sheet. Because of time, and I want this video not to be too lengthy, I'm not going to show us the background processes or how that's done. I'm just going to show us the steps so we can as well try it at our end. So you can use this account for free only once, but if you want to use Twitter Archiver in subsequent times, you'd need to sign up for a premium account, right? So just to know. So once your background process is completed, you would see your messages script and pop up on your screen this way in your Google Sheet. So this is your Google Sheet. You can save a local copy on your computer, and you can decide to save in your Google Drive. So this is script messages from Twitter on various message subject hashtags that you have imputed for your tweet archival rule. Okay, so that's a simple process of getting tweeted information on a subject. So for you to try this more on your own, you can follow the YouTube tutorial in this link. You can also check some more tricks on scripting hashtag-based tweet messages from Twitter on these various links that I've posted on your screen. Yeah. Another way we would want to scrape the Twitter data is to scrape summary information on various brands. So if you're an analytics expert and you want to keep on what competitor brands are doing, then this is the scraping type to use, or this is the step. These are the steps for you to follow to knowing the brand, the last tweeted message, and the number of likes they've had on their messages or number of dislikes. Then you also want to know the number of followers they have, and be able to use that to do some variation with those different brands and your own brand. So to do that, we're going to use a template that already contains some plugins that makes it easy for us to scrape these messages. So to get the template, for those in the online class, I already sent that template to them, and for some other of us, you can get the template from this link. So just go to this link on your screen, this link here, and then download the template, right? So you can download the template, or you can as well create the template in Excel yourself. Creating it yourself could be hectic, but you can just go here and request for a download of the template. So upon getting the template, you also need this information in that template to complete your to be able to access Twitter data and be able to do sentiment analysis. So this API token access token, API key, and API secret can only be gotten if you sign up for a developer account on Twitter. And the developer account on Twitter simply helps to notify Twitter on apps that are, gaining access into tweet data. So it's not much of an issue. You can just go into your Twitter account and create a developer account. So I'm going to put you through steps to creating a developer account. To do that, go to this Twitter link page, which is the developer link page for Twitter, right? I've put in a long link here so that you can go to the direct link. However, you can go to Twitter logon page and click on tools, click on developer account, and click on apply. Right, so on the developer platform on Twitter, you're going to see this page, and then to continue, you just click on apply for standard products. You have two options. You can also try the research products track option, which gives more, which allows you to be able to do more on Twitter. But of course, you need to qualify for this and answer questions that are relating to this. But for general usage, you can just use the standard product track. And for this, if you're doing this for the first time, if you're creating a developer account for the first time, you need to answer a series of questions. Just answer the questions and then before you can go on to create an app. So these are questions just to notify Twitter of the kind of app you're creating. So you could just make it testing and then putting information as regards that you're testing an app and you're trying out a new tool. So that's fine. So once you're done setting up an account, right, on Twitter, it's going to pop up a page looking like what I have on my screen, showing the developer portal, showing you projects and apps. Yours might be looking different from mine because I already have some apps on my developer Twitter account. But in your own case, you can just go to projects and app, click on projects and app, click on overview. So in overview, you can then click on create app. Right, so once you create app, click on create app, it will pop up a page asking you for a name for your app. Yeah, so all the apps on Twitter accounts are all unique. So sometimes you might put in a name and to tell you that this name already exists. So in that case, you just look for another unique name to put in there. So just put in a name for the app and click on create. So that would create an app account, an app for you in your account. So with the app, you can now view your API key, secret key, and your token. So this is important because for you to access Twitter messages, you need to create an API. Remember, I mentioned API in one of the training classes. So this would help you to connect from your own data source, which is the Google Sheet, to Twitter data source, right? So I'm just going to show you where you are going to put the API key information on the Excel template you downloaded before you can complete the sentiment analysis. Right, so this is the Excel template you downloaded. So you are just going to replace whatever is in each of these values with your own values. So you replace the access key, access token, API key, and API secret with your own values. So once you are done with that, you click on you click on, sorry, you click on Twitter data and then you ask it to uh, refresh, right? So once you refresh, you have your information generated for you in a summarized value. So you can see what it has extracted for me on the screen. I have various brands that I'm looking at. These are their Twitter URL, like this FNB SA. So I'm looking at various brands in various bank brands in South Africa, and I'm looking at the number of tweets they've had, the number of followers, then the number of those following, right? And it should also show you the last message and their bio. If you scroll down, it will show you the last message that was tweeted by that account. So this is an interesting way of doing a summary view of Twitter brands that you know, and then you can update this from time to time and collate the information to be able to do some interesting analytics. Um, so this can be used for a competitive-based analytics to know what your competitors are doing on Twitter, what they are saying on Twitter, right? And that would inform how you want to position your Twitter brand account to as well gain more leverage or more followership on Twitter. So I'm going to move to, so these are references to help. These are references on big data and on Twitter and on web scraping from online. So these are things you can try out as well on your own to gain more knowledge. Thank you. So I'm going to move to this next demo, which shows you how to perform sentiment analysis on the messages that you have scraped from Twitter. Okay, so in this next demo, we'll do a quick sentiment analysis of what we have scraped from Twitter. So I'm going to pop up my scraped messages quickly on Excel. Okay, great. So hold on with me there. Let me share my screen. Okay, yeah, so I'm going to, okay, yeah, so for you to perform sentiment analysis on your tweeted messages, right, you're going to do that using a plugin in Excel on your local Excel. You're going to use your local Excel file on your computer. You're not going to use Google Sheets. But on that, your local Excel file, you're going to install a plugin called Text to Data plugin. Text to Data plugin. So to get Text to Data plugin, you can simply go to, okay, hold on, let me share my whole screen so you can see the website I'll be going to. Okay, so to get the text to data plugin, you simply go to download that from their website. So you can go to textodata.com com, text2data.com. So on text2data.com, you go to products, right? So on products, you click on Excel add-in. So they have created that plugin that we'll be using to do our sentiment analysis. So you click on Excel add-in. So upon clicking on Excel add-in, scroll down. When you scroll down, you see Excel add-in in 64 bits or in 32 bits. Most computers are in 64 bits. So just click on 64 bits and then it downloads right into your computer. So once the download is complete, you go to your download section, right? You unzip into a folder. The file is actually very light, so unzipping it is very fast. So after unzipping, you simply click on text to data Excel setup, double click on it to install. So upon installation, you just click finish. I already have it installed, so I'm just going to do repair. So once you finish, if this pops up, you just allow it to complete. So once installation is complete, you open up your Excel. So once you open up your Excel, after installing text to data, you are going to find text to data on your Excel menu because the plugin actually works with Excel. So once I have text to data on my menus, I can click on text to data, and I'm going to see all the various tools in text to data that I can use for performing analysis. I'm going to use just the first two alone. Ensure that you have copied your script data or you have downloaded your script data from your Google Sheet from the last exercise. So copy and paste it in your Google Sheet on the first column like we have shown on the screen right now, right? So once done, you highlight on the text that on the script messages and then click on account. Oh, sorry. Let's go back to our Google Sheet. Click on service credentials first. Put in an API key and a secret key. This API key and secret key is actually from text to data. It's not the same as the one from your Google account. So you need to create or get one from text2data.com. So to do that, click on go to my account. So once you say go to my account, it would allow you to create an account with them. You can as well sign up with your Google login. So I'll just do that now. I've signed in with my Google login. So upon signing in with my Google login, I would then go to create an account. So to create the account, for this, I'm just going to go to services. So click on sentiment analysis API. So you can create the free API accounts from here. Just click to sign up on a free API account, and then you have your account created for you. So once you have that, you are going to put those account information here and save. Once done, you go to service settings, check that you have these values set up, right? Like you And just check that you have values set up within these boxes, because sometimes they could be empty. And then click on save. Then I simply highlight on my column and then right click and ask it to analyze my the data is already analyzed, so I'm not going to show this because I've already used up my API key settings. So, but once you click on analyze, it will analyze the data for you and create it on a separate sheet like you have here. So this is the result of the analysis done on analytics rather done on my script Twitter text messages. So this is a way of interpreting text messages and giving some sentiment value to my text messages. So with this now, I can do further aggregates on what I have on these text messages to make my sentiment analysis much more concise. So I'm just going to copy this column into a separate sheet. I'm going to paste into a separate sheet. So here in this separate sheet, I'm just going to use my charts in my Excel and do a quick summary of all that I have in my sentiment analysis. So I'm just going to use a pie chart. A pie chart looks more interesting and more appropriate for this. Oh, okay, before we do this, we need to group this data to make it more interpretable for the pie chart. So to group the data, click on the column. Preferably, let's use a quick pivot. So you want to do a summary of your sentiment values. So drag the sentiment into rows. Remember, we did pivots in our last demo. So drag the sentiment and also drag the sentiment into values so that it can do a count for you. So you have a count now telling you the number of negatives, number of neutral values, and the number of positive values you have. So right here on this pivot table sheet, I'm just going to plot a pie chart. So I'm going to go to insert and click on a pie chart. I would prefer to use a donut pie chart, or I can use a 3D pie chart this way, but okay, I'll prefer to use a simple donut pie chart. So you can see an interpretation of the Twitter messages you script online on a particular subject, and for a given date, you can see a quick interpretation to say, oh, on this topic, you have these percentages or this number of happy people, right? You can as well, we can display, let's display data for this. Okay, no, I'm going to click on the plus sign and then ask it to display data legends. So it's going to show us the data values within each of the sentiments. I want to, okay, display in percentages instead, not in value. So you can see interesting ways of, showing some quick analysis on doing some quick analytics on text, and then showing some summary information on what you have scripted. So this shows us here now that we have 35% of negative reports. We have just 30% of positive reports on the subject on COVID. Then we have 26% of people that are feeling neutral, and you can base your accuracy level as at 91% because you could not really determine for 9% of your sampled messages, right? So this is an interesting way of doing a quick sentiment analysis and as well reporting your findings on the sentiment analysis on script Twitter data. So that's all for the demo on scraping Twitter messages and performing sentiment analysis and as well reporting the findings from your script tweeted messages. Thank you. See you in the next class. Bye for now.